Hey guys, it's Jen from beautyriotx, and today we're doing a really fun get ready with me because it's actually my friend's idea, Allison. I have a lot of friends named Allison. Allison suggested I do a get ready with me with makeup from a mystery box from a subscriber. She is my friend slash subscriber who sent me a mystery box for me to get ready with. Now, before I get any helpful advice slash warnings from anyone, she's not just a random subscriber. We've been friends for a while. I know her. We've swapped makeup in the past. This makeup has been clean, sanitized by her and myself. I've already unboxed it all and, like I said, re-sanitized because of what's going on right now. This is too cute. So her daughter drew a picture for my daughters. Now, she kind of went over stuff with me beforehand. She wanted to make sure she wasn't sending me like doubles of stuff that I already had. So I did have like an idea of some of the stuff she was sending, but I didn't know exactly what she was sending. So I'm really excited. So the first thing we're gonna use is one of her favorite products, which I was shocked that she wanted to send because this is one of her favorite things that she always is searching for and can never find. So I'm shocked that she wanted to send me one. So thank you. This is the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Freebase. Now, I don't like, and I'm so sad to say this because I love my e.l.f. Putty Primer, and I really like Urban Decay primer potion, but I'm out of my primer potion. I usually like the shade Envy. Is it Eden or Envy? I don't know which one that I used to wear, but it was one of these like primer potions. But the Putty Primer I also have in white, and it's way too like, it's chunky almost, like it doesn't look good. So she wrote me tips and tricks. So she said, don't put the applicator on your lid, use your finger and tap it and build it up slowly. It can go very opaque. If you put too much on, it'll be a mess. I get it. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we're gonna put a little on my finger, and Urban Decay Primer Potion is a lot creamier and more emollient than the Putty Primer. And while I love the cream color, the white is just fucking weird. Like, it gets really messy really fast and it like chunks up and it's just weird. So this one is, there's no chunkiness anywhere. And I can already see this is what I wanted out of the white one, but like it would just like clump in places. So I want to do less is more right off the bat with this one. So for eyeshadow, she sent me the Lime Crime, what is this? Winter Lights palette. Again, this is brand new, never used. We have only 3 mattes to work with, which makes me nervous, but we're gonna have to make it work. So I guess we're just gonna start with, December right here, which is this kind of pinky shade. It's a nice color payoff. And it's sitting nice over that primer too. I'm gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs shadow brush, and I'm gonna go in with that deep matte brown shade right here, and I'm just gonna put that all over the lower part of the lid. I have to say, for all the metallic shades that are in this palette, these matte shades were an odd choice. I mean, the pink goes with everything, but the very neutral matte brown right here, while it's nice and it's pigmented, I just don't see where it goes with much. Okay, I'm gonna go in with that Mittens shade right here. I'm gonna use the other side of that brush, and I'm just gonna go in, kind of blend it out into the inner corner a little bit, because I am gonna do a bit of a cut crease on this. Let's do a cut crease because we have so many gorgeous metallics in here. Let's swatch a few. I'm really hoping they're as amazing as they look. I'm just gonna start with the top row and just grab a few that are sticking out. Second row, ooh boy. These are from the top and the second. This is the first like bright minty color, and this is from the second row, that one that's sticking out, Topaz. All right, so she sent me 2 concealers that I've actually been wanting to try and I just never bit the bullet. One is the Boi-ing Cakeless Concealer from Benefit. They're probably both gonna be too light for me, but I'll just use a light hand when I use them. This one I feel like I'm gonna use as the concealer, and the NARS Radiant Concealer in Chantilly Light 1 I'll use for my cut crease. And I'll just have to use this. Actually, I'll use this, but I'll use it on one side and then the Benefit on the other. I feel like somebody asked for me to show them how I did my cut crease, and this is it. This was a nice tip that I got from another friend named Ailey, not Allie, but Ailey, who also has a channel. She is from Scotland and she's adorable. I'll list her channel below. We're gonna fill this in. You know what, this concealer is kind of nice for this because it's not too sticky or wet. And I've actually made it too thick on the inner corner, but whatever. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Topaz right here on the outer edge. And I'm just gonna use my finger because I think you get the best payoff when you use your finger. Okay, now we're going with the Frosty shade right here. And I'm gonna use my pinky for this one. Usually I use like a sponge, but I'm gonna try to use my pinky for this because when I swatched it, didn't have a ton of pigment. Ooh, okay, turned out good. Topaz shade though, wow. And oh my God, okay, if you're close to my age, I'm 37. Did anybody else hear that the Wonders from the movie That Thing You Do are having like a reunion, Zoom social distancing reunion this Friday, the 17th on YouTube? With Ethan Embry and Tom Hanks and, oh my God, John Everett Scott and Jonathan Shesh. I'm kind of dying inside. I'm not really, I'm totally dying inside. Liv Tyler, like the whole cast. Anyway, I'm so excited and old. We're gonna top it off with the Epic Ink Liner from NYX. I've never used this. I always use my tried and true Renaissance Flick. I also never do this on camera, so I will not be talking through it. You're just gonna have to watch me. I don't do a wing. I literally just line as close as possible to my lash line to make it look like I have better lashes than I actually do. And that's that. And I also never do it on camera, so you might not even see what I'm doing, so I apologize. But what I actually do is lay my, like I don't actually draw anything on, I stamp it with the side of my pen because I'm not actually good at drawing anything on my eye. So. Next, we're gonna go in with the FARSÁLI Liquid Glass Radiance Makeup Serum with hyaluronic acid. If you know this channel and have been watching for a while, you will know I destroyed the FARSÁLI Unicorn Essence in my review of it. It was trash, but I've heard really good things about other FARSÁLI products, so I'm happy to try another one. This can be used as like a regular facial serum or a primer, so that's what I'm gonna use it as. What does this say about it? A hybrid makeup skincare serum that promises to deliver glassy, long-lasting, radiant skin in one single step. FARSÁLI, we will see. It already feels, no, I'm not claiming it's not claiming it's the same as the Unicorn Essence, because that stuff felt like water. I mean, it literally could have just been water colored pink with sparkles in it. This doesn't feel a ton different, to be honest, but it feels a little different. It's definitely got the little sparkles in it. And okay, I am gonna say right off the bat, I love that Freebase. Where the hell did I put it? Where did I put it? I love this Freebase. This is what I wanted the e.l.f. primer to do, the white one. I love this. I used a tiny bit more on this side to see what it would do, and I can totally tell the difference. Okay, so I can see it did make my skin a little bit glowier. So now we're gonna do foundation. I have my Wet n Wild Dewy foundation. I'm using my base blue sponge. This is the full coverage sponge. And I chose this foundation because it's one of my favorites and I know what to expect from it. And obviously, I mean, it's dewy, so it already gives me a little bit of a glow, but it's nothing like crazy. Oh my god, though, that unicorn essence video that I did, it's actually one of my most watched videos. But I love how people come on I mean, same thing happens, I mean, with any video that anybody does where it's a negative review, because you always have people coming on saying, oh, well, I loved it. Well, fucking good for you, but it didn't work for me, so what's your point? If you love it, great. I didn't. Not everything works the same for everyone. I had a bad review for a Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette, like, I don't know, sometime last year. And this girl comes in the comments and she's like, don't listen to this girl. I have this eyeshadow palette. It's amazing, blah, 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 blah. Since when does one product have to work the same way for everyone? Like, this confuses me so much. Don't come on my fucking channel and naysay my opinion, like, or my experience with something. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I mean, upon first impression, my skin looks really nice. It doesn't look a ton different than how it usually does when I use this foundation. But I mean, that's a good thing. It doesn't look dry or weird or anything, so. My first impression of the unicorn essence was horrible. After I put my foundation on, my skin couldn't have looked worse because it claimed it could also be used as a primer. My skin was dry as could be. Just, anyway. I have a really thick black hair right here and right here. I keep meaning to pluck them and I keep forgetting. Just in case you see them. I am aware that they're there. Next, we're gonna do concealer, and I'm very excited about these. I'm gonna use this sponge again. And like I said, these are probably a bit too light for me, but that just means I'm gonna be super careful with them. Allison is much fairer than I am, so. I think I might be okay though, as long as I don't go nuts. And these are both like cult classics. Like, I know tons and tons of people love both of these concealers. But I do know that if they're also way too light for you, they're not gonna look fantastic. Okay, that actually looks okay. That looks okay. We'll see how it looks after I set it, but it doesn't look crazy like white or anything on me, so that's promising. Oh my god, every time it's like there's fuzz somewhere on my face. That drives me insane. Again, this was the shade Chantilly Light 1. Oh, this I've been wanting to try forever because Jessica Braun swears by it. And this is in the shade number 1. I'm most likely in the shade like 3. But again, we're just gonna be super duper careful. Like that careful. This one feels a little bit more dry than the NARS. I mean, it doesn't feel dry, it just almost looks dry. This one looks a bit lighter. I don't hate it though. They can actually both work. Especially like maybe I mixed them with maybe a shade darker or something, but definitely both are workable. But the Radiant Cream does look more hydrating than the Benefit. Let's get into powder. She sent me 2. We have the 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Powder in Light LN6 from Pure Cosmetics. And then we have the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. And I think this is just in translucent. This one, I kind of want to use this one actually, just because I always use loose powder. Kind of feel like I want to try this one. So let's try it. You know, I'm just going to do like a light dusting over my eyes as I go over my face. A bit more mattifying than I usually like, but we have a setting spray to use too. And next we're going to do brows, and she sent me the Kat Von D Super 24-Hour Brow Pomade in Magenta. I'm sorry, it's KVD Vegan Beauty now. Kat Von D is no longer associated with them, so if you have a problem with her, don't worry now, because she's no longer in the picture in any way, shape, or form. So I do actually have this shade, so I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to save it as a backup because I love these, but I haven't used them in a while. So what I like to do with this is I like to put some on the back of my hand and just kind of dip into it, because this can just get kind of messy and built up on your brush, and then it kind of makes a mess, so, you know. Now obviously I have very dark brows, so this kind of just gives them a bit of a tint. I also love the shade Roxy, which is their purple shade. And I guess it's because it's so easily applied, you don't think it's going to stay. Like, you don't think it's gonna like dry down, but it does. All right, now we're going with contour. And this is the Sephora Colorful Contour number 35 Second Chance. This is very gray toned, and it really reminds me of the NYX Taupe blush shade. That was like the OG drugstore contour color like back in the day. So I'm gonna go in really lightly with my Japanese brush and start just chiseling out this contour. Ooh, okay. And that might be it. I am gonna obviously top it with blush. That's a good shadow. You know, let's do a tiny bit under the jaw, because this is actually the perfect shadow shade as long as you're kind of like frugal with it, because it's got no warmth whatsoever. And you know what? Neither do shadows. So that's where I'll stop with it, but you got that real nice shadow right there. All right, next I'm gonna go with the Ofra bronzer in Americano. I've never tried this shade. It is incredibly warm, way warmer, and it's almost got like a red undertone. So again, I'm gonna be super duper careful with this. I'm gonna use my Eco Tools. Okay, it's not too bad. Usually anything from Ofra is like crazy pigmented, but this is actually nice. Really nice. And like, it builds nice. There's a tiny hint of like satinness to it. Like I see a little bit of gold reflect, but nothing horrible. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, you see, like it kind of gave me a little bit of a sheen. That's really nice. And it added a little bit warmth back in my face because I was looking a little pale. Hey, surprising. And these will definitely both be going into my everyday makeup drawer. I have 3 blushes to choose from. Quirky from Tarte. Do I have this? Oh, I do. I have Quirky. So I'm gonna put this aside. I do like this shade though, because it's the perfect kind of orangey shade. So I am gonna save this as a backup because I do love that shade. So I have the Glow 2 Illuminating blushes from Ciaté London. These could not be cuter. They're like the little cute deluxe sample sizes. And we have the shade Date Night and Pinch Me. Things I don't have, number 1. Oh, so they almost are like, they're almost like highlighters. They look very luminescent. So they're like those swirly kind of blushes. We're gonna swatch both, obviously. So they're very, very luminescent. One's very pink, one's very coral. I think we're gonna do this one. We're gonna mix them. Why the hell not? Oh, wow. Look how glowy that is, wow. I feel pretty magical right now. Also in my everyday makeup drawer. So finally we are doing highlighter, lips, and then setting spray. So we have these loose highlighters from FYRINNAE, and it's a indie brand, and I know I've seen some stuff from them before on Instagram, but I've never tried anything. And she loves this brand, but she said these highlighters just did not suit her. Her skin tone, like lightness, is beyond pale. Like she's almost translucent. Her skin is so light. So things that are like light to me and you are like dark for her. So she sent me these 3 loose highlighters in, oh, there's powder primer. Oh, I totally missed this. Okay, this is a powder primer. So I'm gonna put this aside to try another time because I didn't realize what that was. This was also written in here and I missed it. Okay, this one highlighter in Confidence was too dark for her. So we are going to use it. Oh, you know what? It reminds me of my Laura Mercier baked powder. Okay. Wow. Okay. pretty. Oh, I like that. Very nice. It's got like that satin kind of glow. All right, now we're gonna do lips and we'll finish with, I already know which one I wanna do. Okay, so we have the Fenty Beauty shade in Flamingo Acid, which is very pretty. It actually might go with this really well. Crap. It kind of matches my eyebrows perfectly. Crap. Or we have colored Raine matte lip paint in 24/7, which also looks gorgeous. But this is more like of a neutral shade. What do I do? Maybe I'll use both. I always find it tricky to use these really small ones though from Fenty. It's so pretty, ugh. Do I go a step further and put some of that lighter stuff on? I really want to. I'm gonna do it. Okay, can't really see much, so that's okay. All right, we're gonna do the Trees Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. I feel like everybody talks about this and they love it, and I feel like my face feels a little dry, so this is perfect. I haven't tried this yet. No better time like the present. One of Mora's little tattoos. Huh, it worked. I'm always surprised when stuff like that works for some reason. I don't know why, that's what it's supposed to do. I really liked everything. Wow, thank you so much. And there's still some stuff that I haven't really even used. She sent me this Lovecraft Beauty bronzer with the Dermablend I haven't actually used yet, so I'm gonna use that in another video. She sent me a Lush Lemony Flutter Cuticle Butter, a little sample of the Shiseido I don't know, Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream, Temp's Body Butter, and some perfume. Kat Von D, I think this is Saint in here, and then she sent me Sinner, and a sample of the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I think that's it. I don't want to be forgetting something and not thank her. So, oh, and the Tarte mascara. I'm gonna save that for another video. I mean, I'm just overwhelmed and honored and flattered that anybody would ever want to send me anything. So thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. This was such a fun video to do. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you're all staying safe, and if you're working, take all the precautions you can. I hope your families are safe. I hope they're healthy, and if they're not, they're in my prayers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.